Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is sort of this one. So this is our new die that's called Pretty Pillow Box dies. So I wanted to firstly show you the size of it. So on my hand, so it's a nice jitty little one. It is 9 centimetres by just shade over 5. So that's a bit under 4 inches by 2. So where's my ruler? 9 centimetres, so 3.5 by, yeah, just a shade under 2. So it's not a huge one. Let me compare it on a block. So it's bigger than a D blocks, but basically it's a nice little treat. It's probably a table favour or the like. Now, the ones in the catalogue are shown being made with the craft cardstock. And I went ahead and I went, I'm going to make one in paper, because there are some samples like that. And I found it a little fiddly is probably the way I would word it. So I thought I'll share with you some of my other versions with different cardstocks and what have you. Now, the die itself is absolutely fantastic because you can just go for the basic pillow box shape, which is what I've done, and you don't need multiples of them. You just do one and that gets your shape. But you can also add in edges, which I used this one here on this project. So just a little frilly edge, or you could have more detailed bits here, or you can have it like that. You can see that there are options. But what I've done is I've cut 3 in advance. So I've done another one in designer series paper. I've done one in just cardstock, and I just grabbed any old colour, and then one in the craft cardstock that is shown. That's part of the suite. So this is from Gingerbread and Peppermint, hence why I chose that paper. So there, obviously the score lines are already there. And I don't know that I have any tips for you per se, other than to be gentle. I would say don't use a shim in your die cutting of this, because you'll go through your score lines. But I think that once you've practiced a couple of times, you'll be fine. So I wanted mine to open at the back. So that's going to be the front. So you get hold of this middle one and kind of wrap it around it. And this is where you need a little bit of patience, because it's resisting. It doesn't want to do it, because a pillow box, in normal circumstances, you actually seal it on the side and then this opens and closes. But now I've got a hold of that, I could just tie some ribbon around it without any issues. Now this one was less fiddly than that one, because obviously it's cardstock. It's thicker cardstock because it's craft card. But it's not given me, I don't think troubles is the word, but I've not found it so fiddly to put together. So that's the craft one. And like I say, you just wrap some ribbon around it and you're good to go. You know me and ribbon, I'm not going to do that. Right, so this is a regular cardstock one. I don't know what colour this is. Pumpkin pie. I tend to practice on colours I don't really like, so I do an awful lot of practicing on Old Olive. Right, so I think definitely I would say the trick with this is to be a bit patient. And you see, look, I'm being impatient here because I'm chattering away. Okay, so I'm going to get hold of the middle ones and I'm going to fold round. And what I'm feeling is that so long as I get that corner tucked in there, it's going to come round. There we go. And you wrap that round. Now, I guess how you close it, so this one is not sealed at all, the same as that one. You could, I guess, seal it here, which is the traditional way that you would do it. So put a dab of glue there, and then that's shut, and then your recipient could open and close, but there's no little handy holder doodah bit there. So I would probably say, actually, seal the sides, and then they can access their gift this way. So if you seal the sides, you're good to go. So okay, so that one's good. That wasn't fiddly either. Oh, wish me luck with this one, because it was the paper one I did before. And obviously paper is a little more flimsy. And not as easy to see the score lines. So, okay, I think as long as you make sure you're burnishing right up to the edges, you'll be okay. And just press with your fingers, make sure all those points are closed, and then wrap it around. Yeah, you see, I haven't done it enough there. Let me see if that's going to focus on me. It wants to focus on everything but. Come on, focus. It's not going to focus. Don't you just love modern technology? So I would definitely say the paper ones, you want to be closing with some glue. And then you should be okay. I'm fine. I found... Yeah, with this one, it's wanting to buckle. I think you can probably see that. It's trying to go in, but obviously I want the smooth outer shape. But there's no problems with that. Once I've got it, there's no way as fiddly as I was doing with this one. You can see it's not. I've not gone for the burnishing properly there. But I think if you just take a few moments to do that, you'll be fine. And you could probably look, it's caved again. There we go, popped back out. I think once you've mastered those little fiddly techniques or not fiddly techniques, but if you just take that extra moment, I'll show you on this one, to make sure it's you've bent the score lines all the way, and that you do them first before trying to even put it together, you will be absolutely fine. So definitely the craft cardstock, easiest of all. No problems really with this one. So that gives you a variety of colours that you can go with. And so I'm being quite firm, rough with that one. The paper ones, which gives you just, you know, endless possibilities. Just be a little more gentle and just double check that you're making sure you're pinching in all of the corners, and you'll be fine. And like I say, I would say gluing, you know, doing your permanent glue, if you want to do that at the sides, is ideal, is where you would want to do it, so that whoever's receiving this can just pop it open at the front. You'll be fine. Like I say, this one's not sealed at all. I've not glued it shut. But yeah, there's no little bit that you can get your finger in to open it on the sides. And that would be my tip. So I really hope you find that useful, and also to see the size of it. Yeah, little pillow gift size. Oh, you could get those little mini toiletries, little mini bars of soap and stuff like that. Those would fit, you know, like the ones that you get in a nice hotel, individually wrapped. So, but yeah, I hope you find that useful. I know it's not a tutorial on how to make a project, but I think once you've cut it and added a bit of ribbon, you've got the essence of the project. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Go and get the pillow dies. They're beautiful. Bye.